Let's
We
get to
love
this
hip
Toronto
hop.
promotion beef. Ooh, hold on. I feel like Toronto promotion beef needs some kind of a sound effect. Mandem, if y'all see this, okay, y'all can clip this. All right. Don't put it on your YouTube, but you can clip this. Because I see these guys out here going crazy. I'm gonna have to fill you guys in on some of the lore of what's going on here. Let me just get a couple of windows out of the background here, and I'll pull up some links. Okay, but don't worry, it's worth the fuckery. So there's been some beef that's been happening over here in Toronto with a couple of promoters. The main person that's in this beef is a promoter by the name of Fred E. Fame. All right, big salute to Freddie Fame. I had an interview with Freddie Fame a couple of months back. He's a very popular show promoter over here in Toronto, as well as in Montreal too. He's got a show coming up in Montreal with that guy Tug of War. Okay, he's like a Jamaican or an English rapper. Let me pull up my Freddie Fame interview just so you guys can get an idea of what he looks like, and then we can get to the high level. All right. Freddie E. Fame, because I recently interviewed him 4 months ago, even, and he's been bringing shows down since the early 2000s, late 90s, to be honest.
Unique event for the release party at your.
You know, I interviewed everybody. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, here we go. And a young Drake popping up and just being in ciphers, being at shows, not even performing, just being there in the audience. And we didn't even know who he was at the time.
Yeah.
Can you break down to us like early Drake and the meeting early Drake? Ad game sick. 1 second. Look at the sponsors.
Introduction to Drake.
Father Duck.
People were talking about Drake, and I was like, who's Drake? I didn't know. And then, I didn't even watch Degrassi at those times, so I didn't know. I watched the early Degrassi.
None of us did, bro. We were too old for that.
I watched Degrassi from like the early days.
Yeah.
I think from the 80s or something. And it was called like Degrassi, or Kids of Degrassi.
Oh,
and I was like, I don't remember no Drake on Degrassi,
Yeah.
No, the new Degrassi. I'm like, oh, new Degrassi. I never even watched it. So I didn't know. Like, I had no idea. But I kept hearing his name, and then he was making his moves and whatnot. And yeah, he used to show up to the shows that I used to do on Mondays. And I think Kat was responsible for that. Get at Kat. Filipino girl, really pretty girl.
I remember her, yeah.
I haven't seen her in years, but I think she was responsible.
This is 2003, 2004 that the band's talking about when Drake was popping up at the shows, all right? So this is early. Just to give you guys a little bit of how far back Freddie Fame goes.
Another one was Nikki Santoro. She's like, I remember I did that event. It was an all-female show. And when these two girls walked out of their car, cameras were on them like they were like some big-time celebrities. It was so cool to watch at that level. We're just at Spice Bistro, but it felt like I was in some kind of like next level.
That man said Spice Bistro. That was on College Street by Bathurst back in the days. Little bar that the man them used to go in there and perform. Freaking... they didn't even have like a stage really. Like you're performing like right on the floor, on floor level, could hold like maybe about 50 people. And he's been putting on these shows, putting on rappers forever, ever. So let me just pull up some of the stuff that now these guys are beefing about. He's been in a beef with Price the Boss. Big salute to Price the Boss. Price the Boss is another person who's been doing a lot of promotion in the city. He did a recent promotion with DJ Czar, or DJ Czar was DJing at. Let me see if I can pull that up first, and then we'll get back to this. Okay, because that picture right there is very important. Okay, we'll pull this picture up again. Very important picture over here. Okay, this is the man here. Let me make sure I get this nigga's name right. Tug-of-War. Yeah, Tug-of-War, aka Swing Foot. All right, he's in town. And for some reason, the lore started building around this guy and the beef. Okay, I see that Freddie Fame is actually right now bringing him or working on bringing him over to Montreal. Let me pull up my homie DJ Blaster's page here. Big salute to DJ Blaster. October 3rd. All right, Swing Foot, Montreal, Friday, live. Oh, Freddie Fame's name's not on this anymore. He had a flyer yesterday that's saying it was a Freddie Fame show. Interesting. Oh, things changed. Interesting. Okay. So let's get back to the fuckery. So Price the Boss posted over here a picture of Freddie Fame. Here's Price the Boss, or the back of Price the Boss's head. Here's Tug-of-War, aka Swing Foot. All right. And the caption says, Freddie Lame, Freddie Shame, Freddie Frame, this pic. Okay. Or Freddie Frame, this pic. Few hours after this picture, how you have so much to say about me, yet you come and ask me for a hail up. What's wrong with these lames talking when they see me? They have nothing to say. I'm outside, yet everyone when they see me modding. But yeah, let's get back to this vulture. You're done out here. Stop overcharging and gassing up these artists so you could look like Carlton Banks on your best day. Imagine blocking me, then see me on around certain mans, then unblocking me to try to do business. When I shut you down, block me again, then ta-da, this picture happens. Dear Mr. Finish Line, can't wait to run into you and have $1 billion or at $1 billion convos with you in person. We don't need the mics for this one. Just got a few questions for you. Like, why you dap me when you see me? Why are you talking? Why are you taking these youths' money, dummy? You must be fried, Fame. Ooh, I see what you did right there. You must be fried, Frame. Words can't describe you. Your actions do it for yourself. Do you ever say you rep this city, country? You make us look bad. Hashtag Polo. So, I'm sorry. I brought you guys into like the deep depths of the Toronto scene out here because Price the Boss, he's out here doing his thing. Like I said, he had I wonder if he still has the flyer up for the strip club thing that he did. Here, this is Price right here.
Hey, yo, what up, Toronto? It's your boy Price the Boss. You done know, $1 billion convos. We just left a nice barbecue, and now we here at BZB Convenience. You know, I had to come through and get right. You already know, still tipping, still touring, you dig?
Rooks Production.
Pricey only lives once. Hey, who's that? Polo? Hopping out the photo. She tagged me in the pic. If I repost it, that's for promo. If I like a pic, a man gon' hate me on the low-low. Imagine if I fuck the bitch, he go on. I'm a king, I should put a line on my chain. Hey, fuck these hoes, why these...
Okay, he's doing his thing though. So yeah, he raps, but he's also outside. He's everywhere at these different places. There's Dave East over here, rapper / He's outside. You know what I'm saying? And let me see if I can find that flyer. I'd be getting sidetracked. Is the flyer gone? I guess yeah, I guess the flyer is gone for the still tipping. Let me see if Czar got it on his page. Actually, he probably doesn't have it if Price don't have it. But yeah, they had the thing over at the strip club. I seen somebody in the comments say something about charging for the shows and having too many acts. So here's the thing. And these guys are beefing, and they all do the same thing. When these guys put on shows, and it's not just these guys, just promoters, period. Not just Toronto promoters. I'm sure promoters do this in every city, in American cities included. You go to see certain acts. For example, this tug of war swing foot guy. Okay. The promoter is going to say, do you want to open for this person? And I'm speaking from my own experience as a former rapper, a retired rapper. All right. They'll say, do you want to perform or do you want to open for this guy? If you do, then you can buy tickets and sell those tickets to your fans and make your money back and a profit. And we'll charge you $250. All right. So if you charge 10 rappers $250, you already have $2,500 that you can now pay for the venue, et cetera, maybe pay for some of the act. If the act cost 5 racks to bring him down, you used the rappers who are opening for them to be able to pay for that. The problem that comes with that, and this is, and you know, Pricey saying this about Freddie Fame, they do the same thing too. I'm sure they do the same thing. Maybe charge a little less, but it's just the game, and it is what it is. If you have 10 artists on stage before the main act, that's like a fucking marathon. It's exhausting. I've hosted these shows before, and it gets exhausting. You're introducing 10 people before the next act, before the main act comes up. By the time the main act comes up, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, the people them tired. They heard so much garbage rappers who paid $250 to rap, because more times the ones who are going to be paying to do that, they don't be hot. They just be all right. They think their shit is the hottest. I'm going to be real, okay? And people's feelings going to get hurt. But a lot of them be poo-poo. All right? I've done it. People used to think I was a shit rapper. Guess what? I paid to fucking perform at the MOP show back in the days. But when Empire, and when I was managing Empire, they paid us because them niggas was hot that I was managing. Me personally, they didn't like my rhymes. So guess what? When I went there and I did it solo, I paid $250 to open for them motherfuckers. It is what it is. And that's when I was rapping. This is before, like 2014. So the game didn't change. It got worse. So let me pull up some more stuff because they've been terrorizing this guy. I just wanted to make sure to put that out there, like more of the lore. And just even my perspective also on that, because like they've been on this nigga, bro. Hold on. Let me pull up this video here. Harassing the youth, man. And Icy Springer, big salute to Icy Springer. Him and I think we're kindred co-host spirits, because he does his thing over on Instagram. I'm over here on YouTube, but we both love some fuckery. So this video here, I don't know who this is, who's filming this. Why are they bothering Freddie Frame like this? But here we go.
This guy's trying to say people are threatening me and he gives me a pass. Are you stupid, Freddie Frame? Say who the fuck am I again? And what are you wearing? Hey, fuck yourself. What are you wearing? Coffee? Both of you, fuck yourself. You're a bitch like your small dog.
Yo. This
guy's Freddie Frame.
I'm not tough with my little dog.
Fuck your little dog.
Put the dog on yourself, bitch.
I don't mean to laugh because I fuck with both parties. All right. I have no dog in this race. I messed with Freddie Fame the long way. Pause. From back in the days. The man's put us on a multitude of shows. We've had our share of differences. I'm not gonna get that twisted, but that's my homie. And same thing with Price the Boss. Price the Boss has been on our show multiple times. I see him sometimes at the same studio that I record my podcast at. So big up to all parties involved, but you know, we gotta cover the fuckery. What's happening here? This guy put a nice little montage together right there.
Tell me it ain't $5 grand. This guy's trying to say people are threatening me and he gives me a pass. Are you stupid, Freddie Frame?
Say who the fuck am I
And what are you wearing?
Fuck yourself.
What are you wearing? Coffee?
Both of you, fuck
You're
yourself.
a bitch like your small dog.
I guess they threw coffee on the man. Why they do that to Freddie Fame, bro? Let me be the voice of reason in this. Okay? Because like I said, and this is why I preemptively said, had my little, well, I guess, kind of a rant. Because you guys both do the same thing. You're both show promoters. You're trying to make your way in this city where it's hard to push a rap industry in this city. Okay? Up and coming artists. It's hard to make money and pay for the venue and get cleared to even use these venues, right? Price the Boss did the Still Tipping over at House of Lancaster. It's not easy to book places like that. And you got to make sure that when you do these things, it all goes on smoothly. So I say all that to say, you guys are better working together than the rappers having beef and the promoters having beef too. You know what I'm saying? Because in the rap industry, they could just do without y'all. What's the expression? How from whatchamacallit? If you're fighting with a fool, nobody can tell the difference from far away. Right? Something like that. Right? So you guys, whoever thinks that they're the right person in this scenario, and I know a lot, like I'm reacting to it right now. So as far as using it to elevate the clout or whatever, mission accomplished. Okay, you gave us enough. The fuckery meter went up high enough where it was like Icy Springer jumped on the shit. He pulled it up and reacted to it, and here I am, Friday Ricky Dread, reacting to it too. So mission accomplished as far as the clout aspect, but the long term, niggas is looking at like both of y'all like you're stupid. All right, me personally, I'm not even gonna say niggas from the outside. I'll say me personally. I'm looking at both of y'all like you dumb. Like the Spider-Man meme of two dumb niggas looking at, pointing at each other. You're the dumbest. Because both of y'all ain't making a lot of money. So what are y'all fighting for? Scraps? And none of y'all are like 21 years old, 22 years old. All of y'all niggas is in your 30s and 40s. So in the end of the day, if you guys really want to make money in the long term, try to work together, okay? All of the other older promoters from back in the days, like Jonathan Ramos, different people, Ron Nelson, even all these different guys, they had to figure out ways of working together. You know what I mean? Chris Got Rocks, all these different guys, they had to figure out different ways of working together, collaborating some of their events, different things like that. Because the scene that you guys are working from is a small scene. And the scene is so small that they could just say, you know what? We don't even like the way that the promoters are moving. You're not getting booked for any of these venues. We don't want any rap in here. And then they could just keep doing their rock thing and they'll be happy. They're not going to miss y'all. So do with that information what you will. Salute to Freddie Fame. Salute to Price the Boss. I think Prince Beats is all involved in this beef right here. Tug of War, Sugarfoot, like all y'all niggas, or Slingfoot, my bad. Salute to everybody, all right? Figure it out. Be adults. I'm off of that.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.